What are, from my point of view, culture manifestation? What kind of culture phenomena when you are acquiring a company? I can give you a sample,
Okay.
not necessarily all the elements. First of all, you have the interaction or the meeting between national culture.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the meeting between organizational culture.
Mm-hmm.
From my point of view, from my experience, don't touch the issue of the national culture.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand it, you have to learn, you have to assimilate, to understand what means the corporate culture.
Mm-hmm.
But it's useless to speak about changing the
Mm-hmm.
national culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's the vacances in France
Mm-hmm.
and the hierarchy and the bureaucracy of Germany and Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
And the budget and the loyalty. The most important is profit and loss in America.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch it. So from my point of view, national culture, you have to understand which kind of environment you are operating, but don't touch it. On the other hand, when you are dealing with the organizational culture, it's very important, as I said before, to understand the culture and trying to bridge, if there are some gaps, some clashes, some issues that you trying to bridge between the two cultures. Sometimes it's easy to talk, but it's very difficult to implement. But national culture, organizational culture, is something that the acquirer has to take into account. Another example, if the acquired company was founded or managed by a founding father, or if it's a high-tech startup by people who initiate the startup, you have to understand that this is their baby. Even they are ready to sell it. But in the integration process for the founding father, and I have it in my experience several times, it's one thing to negotiate, to decide about the deal. It's in another issue when he or she has to leave the company or has to separate that somebody else are controlling the company. So founding father, the syndrome of a founding father, which is the generalization of this issue, it's a very important syndrome. Another issue is, for instance, different types of management team. There is a management team who can adapt the situation, the new acquirer. Sometimes the management team is rejecting, is against. And one of my, part of my experience was dealing with a management team who told me, don't touch. You don't understand the company, you don't understand the culture, don't touch. Defense. And for us...
Is it not always the case that the top management team of the target company say, don't touch, we want to keep our culture? In some cases they say, okay, we understand we need to do some changes?
One of the most successful merger and acquisition of my company, of Teva, was 95, the acquisition of Biogal, a Hungarian company. Invested a lot, understanding the culture, and together with the union, very strong union, management team, it became one of the most successful integration process of Teva. Also the layoff and so on. And the management, for the Hungarian management team, to be part of the global leader of the generic industry was very, very important. For them it was a positive message. On the other hand, Western company in Europe, in America, when you are acquiring this type of a company, for them it's not a message. Because they see themselves as also understanding the situation and so on.
So the top management of the Hungarian company, Biogal, was willing to give up...
To adapt.
To give up some rules, some procedures, some way of thinking, and to learn from Teva.
Exactly.
Okay.
Following this issue, every global organization, when you are going global as a company,